Hello, in this video, we will look at the scope of a variables. The scope of variable is the part of the program where the variable can be referenced. A variable created inside a function is referred to as a local variable. In Python, you can also use global variables. They are created outside all functions and are accessible to all functions in their scope. So now let's look at this variable named global variable. This variable now can be accessed by F1. So any code inside F1, you can access global variable. And this is print global var, and this can be global variable can be accessed anywhere in its scope. Here's another example. This x is a global variable. X can be accessed from inside F1. Now you're going to assign 2. This invokes F1 here. So this is now x now becomes 2. We're going to print x. Now here, what are you going to print here? This is going to be 1. So why this is 1, not 2? So that's the issue is here. Now you assign 2 to x. It's not the same x. You're creating a new object assigned to a local variable x. So you're going to print x, and that is 2. But after the function is called, you're going to print x. Which x is this? That is right here, this x. Now, in the preceding example here, so what we have here is, look, we have this. We did not change this global variable. We reference it. So when you call F1, so you're going to print global variable. So here, the local variable, the scope is only inside F1. After F1 is finished, you cannot access it. So when you call this print local variable, you get an error. Name local val is not defined. Let's look at this example here. Enter an integer. So let's say if you enter integer is 4, so x is greater than 0. Now you assign y with value 4. So that is print y, that's fine. What happens if you change those to -4? So if you have -4, this statement is not executed. And how y is not defined. So when you run this program, see this, you get the error message, name y is not defined. Let's look at this program here. For this loop I in this range of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you add all the numbers to sum. Now you want to print I. So what is I? Yes, I is already defined, and with the value, the last value of I is 4, so that is 4. You can use this keyword global in a function to bind the local variable globally, so it can be used outside the function. So this is the function create global. So now we have this global x. So what is x? X now, you assign 7 to x, print x, x7. Outside this function, you print x, x is 7. So that is fine, using this keyword global to bind a local variable. So it can use outside the function. Let's look at another example here. This is, I have x is 1. So we have now global x. So you're going to bind this x. So in this local variable x now, you're going to have x plus 1 assigned to x. So that's going to be 2. So you print as 2. So after this is finished, and now what is x? As x is going to be 2. So let's run the program and see this is 2. So you're using the same x. So let's try this now. I'm going to have this x is 5. So what is this x now? Is 5. And then what is this x? Take a look. That is also 5. Although global variables are allowed, and you may see global variables used in other programs, it is not a good practice to allow them to be modified in a function, because doing so can make programs prone to errors. However, it is fine to define global constants so all functions in the module can share them. That is all for the scope of variables. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.